Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher sequel becomes major streaming hit 8 years later. Audiences across the United States are finally discovering Jack Reacher: Never Go Back, starring Tom Cruise. The action movie, a sequel to 2012's Jack Reacher, has managed to find itself atop Nielsen's recent streaming ratings charts. Per The Hollywood Reporter, Jack Reacher: Never Go Back was the top streaming movie between July 29 and August 4, 2024, with 697 million minutes streamed, according to Nielsen. The 2016 movie came in ahead of several new releases, such as Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, 560M, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, 476M, Saving Bikini Bottom, The Sandy Cheeks Movie, 414M, and Tarot, 290M. Never Go Back also landed at #10 on Nielsen's overall chart, which includes both movies and television series. It is worth noting that Nielsen's streaming ratings cover viewing only on TV sets in the United States and do not include minutes watched on computers or mobile devices. Based on Lee Child's 2013 novel, Never Go Back, the 2016 action movie finds Cruise's Jack Reacher going on the run with Army Major Susan Turner, the Avengers' Cobby Smulders, who has been framed for espionage, as the two reveal a dark conspiracy. While the action sequences and Cruise's performance were praised, Never Go Back otherwise received mixed reviews from critics, with many considering it inferior to its predecessor. The movie also failed to do as well at the box office as 2012's Jack Reacher, grossing only $162 million, compared to the $218 million the first movie did. Could Jack Reacher return to the big screen? After the box office disappointment of Never Go Back, the Jack Reacher franchise was rebooted for the small screen, with Alan Ritchson in the title role. Christopher McQuarrie, who wrote and directed the 2012 movie, told Empire in 2020 that he and Cruise have talked about a third Reacher movie, with the pair hoping to make it R-rated. However, McQuarrie stated that a return to the world of Jack Reacher is down on their list of priorities, with the duo instead focusing on several other projects, such as the untitled 8th Mission: Impossible movie. Edward Zwick, who directed Never Go Back, has also indicated that he would be open to helming a third Jack Reacher movie should Tom happen to call. Alan Ritchson praises Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher performance, while Jack Reacher fans have grown to enjoy the Cruise-led duology. Many were not happy when Cruise's casting was first announced due to the actor not physically aligning with how Reacher is described in Child's books. Most of the complaints were directed at Cruise's 5'7" height, which is several inches shorter than the 6'5" Reacher is described as being in the books. Ritchson, who stands 6'2" tall, is a closer match to Child's Reacher. The actor, who has so far starred as the title character in 2 seasons of television, with a third in post-production, has also been praised for his performance when asked back in January 2024 if he had grown tired yet about his Reacher being. Compared to Cruise's, Ritchson responded, "Never. Being compared to the most legendary actor of all time? The last film star? I would never tire of being compared to somebody of his stature." The actor added, "Look, he did his thing. He brought a lot of eyes to this project that wouldn't be here otherwise, I think. There's some great IP. The books are great. A lot of people have read them and enjoy the show because of them, but I think a lot of people enjoy the show because he made them aware of it." When Tom Cruise first brought the enigmatic and deadly character of Jack Reacher to life in 2012's Jack Reacher, fans of the long-running book series by Lee Child were met with a mix of excitement and skepticism. Cruise's portrayal of the towering former military policeman, despite not matching the physicality of the literary character, captured the gritty, no-nonsense attitude that made Reacher such an iconic figure in modern thriller fiction. The film garnered decent box office numbers and generally positive reviews, though the fervor around it didn't quite elevate it to franchise material. Fast forward to 2016, and Cruise returned to the role in Jack Reacher: Never Go Back, the sequel that hoped to solidify Reacher's place in the annals of modern action heroes. This time, the film leaned harder into its action thriller roots, offering more stunts, more violence, and a deeper look into the shadowy world that Reacher inhabits. However, the response from both critics and audiences was lukewarm. The film's box office performance was underwhelming, and the idea of a third installment seemed to disappear quietly into the Hollywood ether. But something unexpected happened in the years that followed. While the Jack Reacher sequel seemed to fade from mainstream attention, it slowly found a new life on streaming platforms. By 2024, a full 8 years after its initial release, Jack Reacher: Never Go Back had become a major hit on streaming services like Netflix, Prime Video, and Hulu, sparking renewed interest in both the character and the potential for future Reacher adventures. The streaming resurgence. How it happened in an era where streaming services have dominated how audiences consume media, many films that were once overlooked or underappreciated have found a second wind. Jack Reacher: Never Go Back became one such film. Its slow-burning rise to popularity began when the movie was picked up by various streaming platforms during the pandemic, a time when people were spending more hours in front of their screens than ever before. The film's gritty, straightforward action became a perfect escape for viewers looking for thrills without the need for superhero costumes or intricate plots. But beyond just timing, the film's newfound popularity can also be attributed to a shift in audience tastes. Over the past decade, there has been a growing appreciation for grounded, hard-hitting action films, movies that eschew flashy CGI for more practical stunts and brutal fight choreography. Jack Reacher: Never Go Back fits neatly into this category. Though it was initially criticized for being formulaic, audiences in 2024 seem to find comfort in the film's simplicity. Reacher is a man of few words with a laser-focused moral code and the physical prowess to back it up. In a landscape of increasingly complicated franchises, the straightforward appeal of a no-nonsense hero like Reacher became a refreshing change of pace. The role of Tom Cruise, of course, Tom Cruise's enduring star power can't be overlooked in the resurgence of Jack Reacher: Never Go Back. Cruise's reputation as a box office juggernaut has only strengthened over the years, especially after the massive success of Top Gun: Maverick in 2022. As Cruise continued to push the boundaries of what an action star could do, performing his own stunts, leaping off cliffs, and flying fighter jets, the public's appreciation for his commitment to the craft grew. Many who revisited Never Go Back in 2024 found new respect for Cruise's portrayal of Reacher, recognizing the unique intensity he brought to the role, even if he didn't fit the character's physical description from the books. This also led to an interesting phenomenon. As younger viewers discovered Cruise's action films through streaming services, they began to explore his other work, leading to a domino effect that boosted viewership for both Jack Reacher films. Fans who had only known Cruise from his Mission Impossible series or his earlier roles in films like Minority Report were now being exposed to a whole new side of his action hero persona. And for those already familiar with the Jack Reacher books, streaming offered a chance to revisit the films with fresh eyes, reevaluating their place within the action thriller genre. What's next for Jack Reacher? With the surge in popularity for Jack Reacher: Never Go Back, the question on everyone's mind is, what's next for Jack Reacher? The success of the Amazon Prime series based on the Reacher books, which stars Alan Ritchson as the titular character, has shown that there's still a massive appetite for the character in both film and television formats. While there's no official word on whether Tom Cruise will return to the role, the actor has expressed interest in revisiting past franchises if the audience demand is there. Given the current climate of reboots, sequels, and spin-offs, it wouldn't be surprising to see Cruise don the jacket once more for another Reacher adventure, potentially blending the cinematic scale of the films with the episodic storytelling that has worked so well for the series. Regardless of what the future holds, 1.